So what is your hometown famous for? Why did Oprah, Good Morning America, feature my hometown on their broadcast back in the 90s? And what small town calls themselves the Bigfoot capital of the world? Find out on this edition of Notes from the Fringe. So it's Tuesday, November 25th, 2025. This is Notes from the Fringe, your daily update in high strangeness. We got 2 days till Thanksgiving. So what are you guys going to do? Or is everybody taking off, going on vacation? Let's hear your Thanksgiving plans in the comments. I don't have a lot to do. I'll probably go to Buc-ee's like 5 days in a row. Not going to lie. Craving some brisket. Craving one right now. I just had a drumstick from the freezer, so I'm kind of full, but I think I could power down a brisket sandwich or a Texas cheesesteak burrito. I said burritos just like I'm going to eat two. Maybe I'll eat three. See what goes through my brain. Anyway, like I said, this is Notes from the Fringe. I find an article every day of high strangeness. Today I found a good one snuck up on me. And I didn't even know if I was going to do one this week. Well, I guess I'm going to. It's only the second week I'm doing this, so I can't just stop now. But I didn't know how good they were going to be. The one I found today was amazing. But before we get to it, let me remind you to give me a like. Subscribe to all my apps. It's my goal to have 100,000 on all my apps, 100,000 subscribers. I want this to be my career. I have a lot of fun doing it, and I wish I had more time to do it. And you could help me do that by giving me a like, sharing with your friends, subscribing to all my apps, and just make it happen. You know, the algorithm needs you. I need you. Help me be better at this, one subscribe at a time. And now that I'm not done talking about that, another subject that I came across today that I don't know why it kind of hit me today, but I got to thinking about the cave systems and the missing persons and the Bigfoot sightings on top of everything, and Middle Earth. Like, what do you think the chances of there being like a giant cave the size of like, I don't know, like a giant cave the size of, just let's say Alabama, where I'm at, a giant cave the size of Alabama. I don't know how tall it would be, or how it would get light, or anything. You know, maybe bioluminescence. What do you think the chances of that are? And there being not necessarily like anything like cryptids or Bigfoot, but maybe, you know, like a river down there with fish in it, and lizards, and kind of the animals we have now that maybe evolved separately, kind of like they did in Australia. I'm just, the thought of maybe there's like another section of the planet with life on it that we don't know about just amazes me. And what if there are people down there, primates? And, you know, they evolved just like kind of like we may or may not have, and they're just chilling down there. They may be primitive. I mean, that may be where the Tic Tac objects are coming from. They may be super advanced. I don't know. Just the thought of their possibility of there being another civilization, another ecosystem of substantial size in Middle Earth, in the middle of the planet, just, I don't know why it hit me today. There was an article about there being an ocean about 400 or 500 miles down, I think, but all that water was trapped in rock. So not necessarily an ocean, but if that can exist, then who says something else can exist? Like just a giant cave, the size of, I don't know why Alabama comes to mind, but like that would be a big ass cave. It's no Alaskan cave, but there's possible that exists. I mean, there could be a cave, you know, the size of North America down there, just with 100-mile tall ceilings, stalagmites and stalactites. I don't know. These are kind of things I think about, and it's just, we don't know what's down there. We know more about the damn solar system than we do our own planet. I don't know how deep that ocean they said they found was 400 miles down. How deep is the actual ocean here? It's only a few miles. Isn't it like 10 or 12 miles? I'm just pulling that out of my ass, but it's not 400 miles deep. That would be something. But, so yeah, just random thoughts. I think about these kind of things. Let's get on to our article. It is, this is a go2tutors.com article. Go, the number 2, tutors.com. And it's basically an article about strange small towns. And it caught my eye. You know, it came up on a Google alert for Bigfoot. But I'll tell you why here in a second. But when I clicked on it, the first thing I saw was the Unclaimed Baggage Center. That's from my hometown. I've never lived in Scottsboro. I grew up about 5 to 10 miles outside of it. Went to high school in Scottsboro. pretty much grew up there. I'm from Scottsboro, okay? I never lived in it, but I'm from there. Sometimes I don't claim it, but I'm not in Jackson County, Alabama. I'm like, I'm from Scottsboro. And when I was in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, I'm from Scottsboro, damn it. But yeah, it's talking about unclaimed baggage. If you don't know what unclaimed baggage is in Scottsboro, they buy non-claimed, they buy unclaimed baggage by the ton or however, a truckload, and they sell it. It's like a big thrift store. They got everything there. People come from miles around. Back in the 90s, Oprah talked about it on her show, Good Morning America, came there and I think they did a broadcast or recording or something. I can't really remember. I know they didn't, like, Peter Jennings wasn't there broadcasting or anything. I think they did like a report from there. And when OJ did his thing back in the 90s, 94 or whatever it was, when OJ did his thing, I remember there being a big hoopla about going through all the stuff in unclaimed baggage to make sure there wasn't any evidence they could find. They're always finding cocaine. They're always finding cocaine in there in some random briefcase they come up with, or bag. And a friend of mine, may or may not be family, found a bag of marijuana seeds, and she just threw them away. So we're law-abiding citizens. I can't remember the person's name that did that, but I do know that they did do that. I don't have any names, but yeah. So unclaimed baggage, you may or may not get a bonus with your purchase. But that's what caught my eye when I clicked on it. We got a big ball of twine in Kansas. But here we go down Willow Creek, California. Those you don't know who that is, that Willow Creek considers itself the Bigfoot capital of the world, and they have a festival every year, 60 years running. That's where Stephen Struford's bookstore is from. There was a movie about it with Bobcat Goldthwait. It's the Bigfoot capital of the world. It's 60 miles from the Patterson-Gimlin footage site. 50 miles from where the famous Patterson-Gimlin site was shot. So yeah, it's just the mecca of Bigfoot. I don't know, and Patterson-Gimlin was shot in Bluff Creek, so I don't know why Bluff Creek isn't the Bigfoot capital of the world. But I don't know anything about California other than I've been there once and I haven't been back. But that's that's the reason this article caught my eye. Is Willow Creek, California calls itself the Bigfoot capital of the world. They have a festival, and it's been going for about 60 years. The town sits about 50 miles from Bluff Creek, where the Patterson-Gimlin film was shot. And every summer they have giant festivals and all kinds of things associated with Bigfoot. There's also the Roswell Festival in Roswell. But another thing that caught my eye, Riverside, Iowa, is the future birthplace of Captain Kirk. And that's why they're famous. Let me look at this. The town changed its slogan from where the best begins to where the trek begins after claiming Captain Kirk was born there on March 22nd, 2228. They have a Kirk Fest. They host Trek Fest annually They host Trek Fest annually to honor a birth that won't happen for another 2 centuries. Or at all, because William Shatner's here. I saw him like 6 months ago in Huntsville. But yeah, isn't that cool? Tell me what your hometown is famous for. This article is full of them. I'm going to put it in the description. You will. It's a real fun one. You don't get articles this good every day, and I couldn't help but talk about it. So, with that being said, let me just say, check out my merch link. It's in the bio. It's on my website. I don't have a merch of the week this week, but I do have I got mugs and t-shirts and whatnot. So check out my merch link. Give me a like. Give me a subscribe. Share it with your friends. I want to get 400 grand or 100 grand on all my apps. I want this to be my career. I want to find stuff like this all day long and make videos like this that are better with more production value and not back here in my back bedroom. So help me out. With that being said, I keep saying with that being said, have a happy Thanksgiving. I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. And yeah. Bye-bye.